Hey there, it's Rose and I'm at an antique festival on Cherokee Street in St. Louis. I'm mainly here because somebody I know has a booth on this street right now, but I'm also very interested in doing some shopping of my own. I love vintage and antique things and the street is full of them right now, so I'm gonna go see what's out there. There's empanada sugar all over my phone right now. Oh my god, this couple I saw dressed up in 20s period fashion. My favorite era is between 1890 and the 1920s, so that made my little fangirl heart very happy. Oh my god, there's a cat cafe up here. I'm going in. Oh my god! I just went into this coffee shop and cat cafe right there. I got a lavender latte iced because it is starting to get hot out. And I'd never been in a cat cafe before, but I've always wanted to. So I saw the opportunity, I seized it. I firmly grasped it. It was really cool, but as you could see in the footage, the cats were mostly pretty feisty and grumpy and looked very sleepy, which I don't blame them. I would be grumpy and feisty if I was sleepy and people were trying to bother me, so fair is fair. But it was really cool. I'm glad I went in. I can now say I've had the experience, and I got a really yummy floral coffee. Very refreshing, not very hydrating, which I haven't had water all day, so that's probably not good. But you know, we're out here living our best Cherokee Street life. Now it's almost time for our stall to kind of pack up and move everything along, so I think I'm gonna head back there to our stall, help pack up, then I have quite the haul to go and load into my car, so I'll show you that in a minute. I definitely found some treasures and had a successful outing today, I would say. Let me show you some of my haul. As you can see, part of it is right behind me in the back seat. I got a whole ass freaking piece of furniture. Was not planning on that at all today. But I've actually been looking passively for a vanity for my makeup and stuff. And I just so happened to literally cross paths with one today. So I scooped it up. It's a wooden vanity with a stool and a swivel mirror. And it looks really antique-y and cool. And I love it. I decided to wait for someone to come over later and help me unload this one because it's not that heavy, but it is kind of bulky and it was really hard to maneuver into the car, and the mirror also kind of broke off. I think it's fine. It's just the screw I can screw back in, but I don't want to risk actually breaking it any further. And it also needs a good dusting, so I'll wait till later till it's all unloaded and put together and cleaned off properly to show you the finished product. But in the meantime, I will tell you the story of how I got this because it's a bit of a tale. So there I was, just leisurely strolling down Cherokee Street when I passed this one corner where a guy was selling army surplus kind of stuff, ammo boxes, camo stuff, and I see this lady come rushing up to him carrying this table, and she sets it down right next to him, puts a free sticker on it, and then walks away. I don't know who this lady was or if she knew the man that was selling these army surplus things, but I don't understand why she put this there with the army surplus stuff when there were so many other stalls that had this kind of stuff, vintage antique furniture. It worked out for me because serendipitously I was walking right by when I saw this happen, right when this table got put out on the street. So I backtracked and walked up to the guy and said, "Hey, can I have that? And he says, hold out your hand. And I was like, oh no, stranger danger, what's about to happen? But I do it. I open up my hand to him, and he takes out a quarter and puts it in my hand and says, yes, please get it out of here. So it was not only free, but I made 25 cents in this very strange, very serendipitous transaction. Also, look at this quarter he gave me. It's a 2023 quarter, which I've never seen one of those before. And it looks so different than the other ones. On the back, it has Bessie Coleman, and the date below says 6/15/1921. Look at old Georgie boy's face, though. Why is his neck so thick in this one? It is thick with a double C. Like, look at the new quarter compared to an older one. President Thick Neck Georgie boy. Anyway, that is just the beginning of what I got today. I was not planning on literally getting anything. Maybe like a little knick-knack here and there. No. I got a fucking vintage haul. There was one vendor who had a gorgeous collection of books for sale. He literally had an entire 3-row rack of beautiful, like, perfect condition almost. Leather, hardcover, classic literature books. They were all from the Franklin Library and one other publisher that I forgot. I think I took a picture of the sign. I'll put it here if I can figure out what it was. And he had a really good like buy 3 for 1 price deal, so that's what I did. Again, was not planning on spending money on books today, but anytime you put me, Flowr, near books, it's just bound to happen. They're like catnip to me. Like, I went into that cat cafe today, like literally just lock me up in a room full of books and call it a Flowr cafe, because that is very much my element and my natural habitat. Also, it is one of my life goals to someday have a massive library well stocked with all the classics, and I'm 3 books closer to realizing my dream today. I got the Iliad and the Odyssey, both Franklin Library editions, matching set. Look at that, freaking glorious, both in beautiful condition. Oh my god, just like so nice. This is everything. This just makes me so happy. Oh my god. And the third one I got, I'm kind of unhappy with myself for choosing this one, but I'm also not. The guy also had a copy of the Aeneid, which would have made the perfect trilogy for me to get today, but I didn't get it because it was by a different publisher. And I take my book collection very seriously, and I wanted the publishers to match. Like, the Iliad and the Odyssey look very much like a matching set, and I wanted the Aeneid to match. So instead, I got this, which will also, like, if you know me at all, I never would have been able to pass up anyway. I got a Franklin Library edition of The Great Gatsby. I definitely already have a copy of this, maybe more, but none so pretty as this one, okay? This one is just so gorgeous and also in such nice condition. Found in the same color as Leo DiGaspio's tuxedo. It was just so perfect, I couldn't turn that one away. If you don't already know, F. Scott Fitzgerald is my favorite author. He writes such beautiful, compelling, sad words, and I fucking love it. I got a really weird trilogy out of this, but I am overjoyed with what I found at the price that I did today. Honestly, rivaled only by the time my friend who collects antique books, like, I collect books, but they're not necessarily all antiques, maybe someday, but she collects exclusively antique books. Once, when I was over at her house, she let me hold in my hands a 2nd edition of The Beautiful and Damned, and oh my god, that was one of the greatest days of my life. I believe this happened while we were all like drunk on her living room floor, and she just started like showing us her antiques and shit. It was such a beautiful moment. Shout out to you, Sarah, what a motherfucking bro. Anyway, so that's it for the book acquisitions today. The next thing I got was I got Felicity Merriman. If you don't know who that is, I feel sorry for you and the lack of the childhood that you had. But she is an American Girl doll, which when I was a kid meant something totally different than it does now. American Girl dolls used to be like girls of history, and they would teach you about different eras, and I was a beautiful little nerd of a kid, so I loved this. I absolutely stand American Girl dolls. The one American Girl doll I had as a kid was Kit Kittredge, and her era was the 1930s and the Great Depression, and she also looked like me as a child. I don't even know where she is. She's in a box somewhere stored in my closet, I believe. I'll have to dig her out someday. It won't be today because it would take way too long to actually find her, but she now has a friend. She's not in the best condition, and there's literally like dirt or sand or something all over her. Also, you can kind of see one of her shoes is falling apart, and there's some little holes in her dress, which is very sad. So she definitely needs a little TLC, but Felicity was, I think, the first doll they ever made. Her era was like colonial America, 1770s, but I believe she has since been discontinued, just like a lot of the original historical era line of American Girl dolls. So she is literally a collector's item now. Back in the day, these would go for like $100 new. I'm sure it's probably maybe more now since they're discontinued. Again, I said that as a collector's item. Like, obviously you can find them used, probably cheaper, but today I got Felicity for $10. I can't believe it. When I was younger and I heard that these dolls were discontinued, I also made it kind of just like a goal or dream in the back of my head to someday collect all of them, which I knew would be very hard and probably very expensive. The lady at the stall I bought this from today said that they were basically taking whatever a person wanted to contribute for each item they had, because they were selling for charity. I asked what charity, and they said it was to raise funds for like local artists for some project they wanted to do on Cherokee Street, which I thought was really cool. I am more than happy to support local artists, and part of me wishes that I could have paid more for this, one, knowing what it's worth, and knowing the cause it's going to. But unlike a lot of the other stalls that were accepting Venmo and taking cards as Square, they only accepted cash, and I only had $15 in cash on me, and 5 of that I had reserved for food, because there was an empanada stand that also only took cash, and I fucking love empanadas. So I said, will you take 10 for this doll? And she said, yeah, sweetie, whatever you want. So I was like, okay. So yeah, that I'm also very excited about this purchase. Last thing I got as part of my haul today were these. This is one of a matching set of Rooster salt and pepper shakers. These are not for me. These are actually a gift from my grandma, who collects rooster and chicken themed decor for her kitchen. They just recently moved, and the kitchen in their new place does not have enough like surface space for her to display her chickens as proudly as she wants to. So when I saw these, I thought they would be perfect for her because they're small enough to fit on her countertop, and they're salt and pepper shakers, so it's something that, you know, it's small enough to keep out, and she can have chickens in her house again. Bless the kitchen chompkins. I've actually been looking for a good birthday gift for her because her birthday is coming up, so this was, again, another very serendipitous, perfect find for the occasion. I'm so happy. I've had a great day, y'all. Just surrounded by old things, and I even got to take some of them home with me at a great discounted price. And I even made a quarter. What can I say? It's been a lucrative, successful day. Okay, that is the end of my haul. However, the person I came there for, who had his stall there today, snuck a couple knickknacks into my stuff. So I also walked away with this copy of The Jungle. Also in excellent condition. Oh my god, this one has like the most fucking perfect old book smell. Like the perfect mix of musty and like appetizing. I love it. And he also snuck in this Pikes Peak tin mug. I actually have been to Pikes Peak before, so you know, it works. I made it. I did make it. Whew, okay, that is my entire haul for today. I know that was a lot. Thanks for hanging in there. My car is really hot and sweaty right now, even with the AC blasting. So I'm gonna get my haul inside as much as I can, and I'll hop back on to film the vanity in all its complete glory once it's out of my car. Be right back. Alright, here it is all put together. I did clean it up a bit, but like there's some stuff like the stain on the seat, it just can't be helped. And there's definitely some like dings and nicks, but again, I don't really mind. I just think it's a nice little place to sit and do my makeup. It's got a nice little drawer here, which actually this isn't even my normal stuff in here right now because I've been traveling a lot, and so I have most of my everyday stuff packed, but this is like my bag of like old backup makeup. Actually, it might be kind of interesting to see some of this because some of this is from like when I was a teenager. Oh my god, this was literally like show makeup, I think, from when I was in like a theater production. We have a blush packet from probably the year 2002 or before, I don't know. But yeah, this is all like my old makeup, or like the stuff I use when I'm running out of the stuff I use every day. Please tell me I'm not the only one who has a system like this. But yeah, I've also just got some like bobby pins in here and my anklet that I wear a lot in the summer. So yeah, not that exciting for now, but usually I would keep my other little everyday makeup bag in here. And fortunately, I was able to fix the swivel mirror, but this side, like the knob fell off, but that's okay. I mean, it still works. Again, I got it for free. In fact, I earned 25 cents for this thing, so I will take it, spots and scratches and wobbles and all. Maybe someday I'll have to do like an actual sit-down makeup routine with my actual makeup and go through all that. But that's not today. That's it for this video. Oh my god, look at this angle. I look like Wilson from Home Improvement. Heidi ho, neighbor. I'm doing the outro like this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my Cherokee Street Vintage Market Days adventures. Thanks for watching, and until next time.